Hey everyone, Meinke here from MLive&apos. Joined by Justin Rogers for our Week 1 predictions. Who you got, Justin?
Yeah, we have not hit them very well anymore. I got the Lions. I got them winning by less than a touchdown, 24-20. You?
I've got 33-27. So very, very similar. I have the Lions winning. I am concerned. I'm concerned about the absence of DeAndre Levy. I don't think he's going to play in this game. Josh Bynes will be starting for him. That's a significant downgrade. We've talked about it throughout the week. Levy just does so much for you in terms of the pass rush, in terms of pass coverage. And Bynes, he's okay. He was okay last year. But you give up a lot in terms of pass coverage. And obviously, Phillip Rivers knows how to exploit a weakness. But I think at the end of the day, the Lions' offense really starts off the season on the right foot. Everyone's healthy. Calvin's been wrapped in bubble wrap for a month. Golden Tate's out there. They've kind of, I think, hit a little bit what they want to do with Eric Ebron. Amir Abdullah, Joyke Bell, the list goes on. I think this offense gets it done in Week 1.
Somebody asked me the first play of the game to predict it, and I picked a quick out to Ebron. Like, I don't know. Like, just seems
We've seen a lot of those.
That might be the play that they you think a run up the middle. But I got the score a little bit lower than you. I think both secondaries are really good and will keep the quarterbacks honest. But I do agree that the Lions have too many offensive weapons, I think, to carry them to victory in this one. I think my biggest concern is what Rivers does in the middle of the field with Levy out. Ladarius Green was concussed. Looks like he is going to play now. Very athletic tight end. And then Stevie Johnson, receiver they picked up formerly with the Bills, I think most notably with the Bills. He stopped with the 49ers or something, but good slot receiver. You're going to see a lot of crossing routes across the middle, which the Jaguars ate the Lions up. So I think the key is keeping Rivers from being too efficient, and that's going to have to come from the pass rush.
I think the key is, and it's something the Lions did real well last year, was they'd give up chunks of yards, but they didn't make very many mistakes. With Glover Quinn back there and James Ahedibo and Rasheed Mathis, they're very sure-handed in the back end, and so you allow very few big plays, and that forces the offense to sustain drives and pick up first downs. And in previous years, or specifically last year anyway, you had a defense that was good enough to force mistakes when offenses were forced to have 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 play drives to score. And so this year, I think, or in this game anyway, without Levy out there, I think the key is, again, to prevent those big plays, because I really believe the Chargers are going to pick up yardage in this game, especially with Levy being out. The key is just not to make the big mistakes. And sometimes that can happen in Week 1. People are still figuring out live action and all that stuff, but that's something the Lions really have to safeguard against, particularly playing on the road, because the momentum can swing so quickly.
Yeah, bending and not breaking is such a huge thing in the NFL. If you hold the Chargers to field goals, if they end up having a 60, 70-yard drive, that's a win. You take that, especially on the road. I think the right side of the offensive line is going to be interesting for the Lions, too. Larry Warford's out for this one. Later, Waddle's questionable. That's a 50-50 proposition.
I don't expect him to start anyway. I don't think it'll be interesting if he's active, because he's been practicing. I'm just not sure if it's going to be him or Corey Robinson, the rookie, as the reserve tackle. But I think Cornelius Lucas is going to start this game based on, our speculation. Can't say too much.
Let's just go with that speculation. But we're looking at the Lions to have a better run game this year, and obviously,
for sure,
you want to do that behind Larry Warford, your most dominant run blocker. Bell will be back. I think Bell's fairly close to 100% based on my conversations with him. There's some football shape to still get into with contact, and we saw what Amir Abdullah can offer to this offense, but it's still going to boil down to, are there holes? Are there lanes for these guys to take? And I don't know if we're going to get a full grasp of that with Warford out and potentially Waddle as well.
Well, I think if the offensive line struggles, you might see a little more Joyke Bell. He was the one guy who was capable of getting something done last year behind what happened with the offensive line. He's just great with making guys miss and falling forward and advancing after contact and all these things. That comes down the road for a rookie like Amir Abdullah, and also he's a guy he can be a home run hitter, but he's going to need a lane. And if the lanes aren't there, I think I trust Joyke Bell more, because he's done it before. He knows the offense. I think you'll see a lot of both those guys. Who plays more or gets more snaps, I'm not quite sure. It's one of the great mysteries of the team, but I think in the end of the day, it'll be Bell.
Yeah, I mean, if Abdullah hits a home run in this game, I think it'll come on a screen pass, and he's very good in that, and a matter of Stafford getting them to the ball, the ball in the right spot.
Mm-hmm. That's what we got. We both got a Lions win on the road. We'll see what happens. I'll be down there at the game, so keep it right here at MLive. For Justin Rogers, I'm Meinke. We're at MLive. Keep it right here.